All right, see if everybody pops in here now. What's happening? Oop, I shut down the premiere. There we go. I have the same video on my channel. Yep, same video. All right, there we go. Anyways, so Buddy was here earlier. He's got the link. I'm gonna hopefully see on my phone if this actually transfers over like it's supposed to. Gentleman's in here. What's going on, gentlemen? Appreciate you popping in. Just trying to see if how I set up my video. The premiere, if it carries people over here or not. I'm just looking at the phone. I'm not being completely oblivious. Hey, Steven, how are you? So let's see. We're live coming up. Yeah. It doesn't seem to be. Did it bring you over here, Steven, or did you have to click? I'm just curious. This is the first time I'm trying this like format of dropping a video before the live. What's going on, Brockton? I sent the link out, dude. If you're bored. That was a good video, man. We got so much crap that day. Um, and at the end, you guys saw those people. But hi, Amanda. Um, we made some really cool friends with those guys, and actually, it ended up being that the younger kid, I forgot his name, but okay, thank you, Stephen. Um, his grandfather or father, I'm still not sure who this guy was that was with them, but he is a scrapper, and so we piled up everything, and he took it. It was very oddly ironic to bump into him at that bridge while he was fishing and we were magnet fishing. And Sean got 4 bikes. So not like I don't think either one of us were carrying that. He was in his work van and I drove my CRV. Not much space in my CRV for 4 bikes. And I don't think Sean's boss would have loved 4 bikes in the back of that work van. Hey Sean? No bueno. Anyways, you guys can see I'm in a kind of a new spot. I ordered a desk. It came, and it would have been set up completely by now, but the stuff that came with it was incomplete. They didn't send everything they need. Oh, I know we would have bagged him up. We would have figured out a way, dude. I'm just saying it was very convenient that his grandpa was there, and it was awesome that, the fact that he could use that stuff too. He can make a few bucks off it. It won't be a ton of money, but maybe he'll get a 20 spot from all those bikes. So what else is going on? Let's see. Going to Dorchester this weekend. I don't know if you're going to be able to join me on that one, Sean. Thanks, John. It was actually a great spot. Um, I think we could have done the whole other side of that bridge too. We only really did probably the first 10 feet of the second side. And considering everything we are getting, Jody, what's happening this weekend or Monday? Monday, because Monday, the kids have school off and Talia wants to come with me. So we're gonna go. I looked it up. It's this really old bridge, dude. It's called the Mattapan Bridge. And of me as a rock star, I'm not really a rock star, dude. But yeah, you know what? I'll find one and put it in chat. Yeah, let's do that real quick. No, because then everybody will click away. I'll post it to the community thing. I promise, Jason. I got lost. I think I was talking about this desk and Dorchester. We were talking about Dorchester, Mattapan Bridge. That's the bridge that we were talking about. I looked it up, and there's been a bridge in that spot since the 1700s. Right now, it's a concrete bridge, and it looks kind of old, but it's probably been repaired within the past 50 or so. What's going on, Luis? How are you, buddy? What is going on, Travis? Appreciate everybody popping through here. I got your man right back here, Travis. He was supposed to be on well, how am I supposed to go there? Just point at the damn thing like that. No, like I was explaining to everybody, this is my new desk that is completely incomplete because the seller on Amazon, I mean, not that I had high expectations or anything, but the seller on Amazon missed sending me some pieces. So luckily I can put the computer on it for now. That's good enough. And it's in a good spot. Didn't really ever have this space because that's where the dogs' beds were. And finally, after all this time, I've moved the dog beds and they're the big empty hole. So recent repairs needs a lot of old parts in the water. Exactly. And throughout the years, Jason, considering the fact that it's been around since the 1700s and it's been repaired probably multiple times. I'm not 100% certain, dude. Let me just double check. I do have screenshots of it. It's a really weird spot. I think we're not really going to be able to go above it. I think we're going to have to fish under it. But I'm fine with that too. I'll fish under bridges. Where is it? No, you know what? I think it's on my computer here, Sean. Oh, there's Travis. You good, man?
What's up?
What's going on?
Long day, homie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. More tornado cleanup. I guess they got to move cows back on that 10 acres, and
Really?
a lot of the fences still had massive pine trees and oak trees and cypress trees. Just
Big holes everywhere.
oh well, not holes. This is wood, wire, and barbed wire, and all just smashed to the ground in those spots. So
Great.
fun. So yeah, it was a long day.
Howdy, Charlie.
So, hey, everybody. I can't see the comments, but hello to everybody that said hi. What's up?
Why can't you do that?
I don't know why I can't do it on my phone.
Because I finally got it back to regular mode, so it shouldn't be weird.
Man, every time I've tried to see the comments on my phone while I'm on here, it just disconnects me.
Weird.
Yeah, my laptop's way too far away for my lazy ass to get up and go get it right now. So,
It happens.
Hi, everybody. If you guys have any questions or comments for me, I'm sure Nate will.
If I do this, can you see those?
Yeah, I can see the ones that you put up on the screen. Yeah.
Like I highlight. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. If anybody wants to communicate with Travis, I'll just pin your thing to the front.
Yeah, there you go.
That works. Zoe's away, dude.
I put up on my community page some rope that I found on Amazon. If anybody's looking for rope, I'm excited to try this stuff, dude.
Yeah.
3/8, and I think it's the same as my American flag rope that's all dingy looking now. This rope will actually float. And in the case of last weekend where I lost my magnet, couldn't get my rope back because the rope broke.
The rope will float. That's genius. Because the magnet will fall to the bottom. The rope won't like go down the river or nothing. The magnet will sit there.
Exactly. And my American flag rope that floated, listen, I pulled up a bicycle, a huge boulder, and a cast net all in one up the embankment. That rope never even came close to breaking. So it's strong stuff. And it got a stainless steel ring on the end of it. It was 150 feet for $23. So I'm just going to cut it in half.
Yeah.
And I have 75-foot ropes, but this when it goes down to the stainless ring, it's like the rope almost, it gets over a ½ inch in size. It's like super heavy duty. So I'm excited to try it. Yeah. This Sunday morning, I'm going back after my other magnet. So I'm going to try that. And I got a crazy busy weekend.
From the one you just snapped the rope on. That's the one you're going to go back for? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Saturday, me and Easton have to go do a pressure cleaning job in the morning for somebody that they can't really get around. And we're just, it's freebie type
Fuck
thing.
this up.
You know, she's older and can't really walk around, so we're just going to go knock it all out. Her patios are all slippery, her driveway is all slippery, so we're going to knock that out. And after that, I think that leaves me like 3 hours to actually build some of my own grappling hooks, because my new grappling hook's attached to the magnet too. So, and the magnet is down there as a small one. It's not my Brute Boss. It's a Beast 2000. So, but if I can
So
get
that's
my
not
ropes
your
back,
boss.
no, not my boss.
Okay.
Here's the other difficult part. There's netting all across the bottom here. I thought I kept hooking a cast net. I think when they put the boulders in, they messed up, or they just threw some net on top. There's netting every time I throw. I was throwing with a chunk of flat steel like this that had holes in it wrapped around my carabiner. You know, hooked my carabiner through it and was trying to catch my magnet in reverse with a big piece of steel. See if I could use that to get it off of whatever it was on. Even that was catching net.
That's crazy.
So a couple of times it snapped onto the magnet, but the magnet is still snapped onto whatever wouldn't come out and broke the rope. So,
Wow.
yeah, Sunday morning.
So it's probably stuck between rocks.
No, it's not rock.
Netting. No,
it is whatever it was. I got to move about 6 feet, and it's large because every time I hooked on it with a magnet, I could stand part of it up, and then it would stop. And every time I did, a huge oil slick came to the surface.
Yeah.
So it's either a motorcycle, a four-wheeler, whatever it is, might even be trapped under boulders. I don't even know, but the grappling hook is on it.
Yeah, well, the grappling hook bent.
Yeah, I bent the grappling hook the first time when it slipped off. I got it back and was like, "Holy crap!"
How does that bend like that, though? You know what I mean? I would think that it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. But then again, I mean, I'm also trying to pull it up an embankment that's covered in boulders underwater. You know what I mean? So who knows what I'm hooking on to? And it was enough to break one of those red Brute ropes. So
yeah, and those are pretty heavy duty, I think.
Oh, yeah, because it's like a rope with a sheathing over it.
Right.
When it's separated, yeah, it was completely separate inside. So, but yeah, when it snapped,
it was like that.
Yeah, the guy said that there was at least 20 foot of rope left. He showed me where it snapped at up in the rock. So there's 20 feet of rope down there I can hopefully get. Hola, señorita. That was enough.
She's good.
That was enough.
So how do you think are you going to try to get this thing, or you'll just go in recovery mode just to get your stuff back?
Well, I want to get my stuff back, and I never even threw on the other side of the bridge.
Right.
So I think I'll deal with trying to get my rope and then give Easton my old magnet, not his cube, and let him throw that on the other side, see if there's anything there. If he gets hooked on some net, then we just get it back, and that's that.
Right.
But that guy that was there has lived there for like 30 years, and he was like, there's no telling what's in this canal. He's like, it could be anything. And that's what
you can walk it, even though there are gators. I mean, it takes them a minute to get up on the shore. Could you walk the canals and go from the shore?
Oh, we could go from the shore. The problem is when you catch something big, getting it up the bank, which that spot I've been going to, where I got the voodoo and all that stuff. One day I am going to get there, wintertime, early in the morning before the sun gets up and starts beating. And we're going to throw from the banks and go down through there, because I've had multiple people tell me that they've pulled 40 to 50 cars out of those canals, stolen cars, weapons.
Let's just take open space. Yeah, why not? People could just run a car right into the canals. You got them all over the place.
Back in the day, like in the 80s, the road kind of looked like where we went magnet fishing for Global Magnet Day. It was 2 lanes all the way out there. And then nothing else. It was all sugarcane and canals. So they actually used to land airplanes on the roads out there and freaking offload their drugs and stuff, man. It's wild. So there's no telling. But, dude, there's got to be Oh my God, I'm not even exaggerating. Minimum 30 miles of canal through that area.
Easily.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
felt like I was driving forever.
Oh yeah. You didn't even go south. I'm not even talking where you drove. I'm talking going south into the boondocks where there's nothing
Right.
but
Yeah.
there's sugar cane fields and there's rice farms. That is it.
And it makes sense about the canals because they got to get irrigation and they got to get water out to those cane fields. So there's water
Yep.
everywhere.
And you could probably get a John boat in those canals or something like that, but there's gators the size of the ones that you saw out in, you remember the
Yeah.
big one that was on the bank I was telling you about?
Yeah. The one
They're
I
all,
called Nope. The one I named Nope.
yeah, there's tons of those out there.
Yeah.
That's like the normal way out there.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. So
They're going off the side of the banks.
yeah, throw them from the bank is it's sketchy, but yeah, you get a minute. They got to come up that bank. So,
Right. They can run
dude,
though.
I saw the craziest thing today cleaning on that property. There's massive iguanas all over the place out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When they get really big, they turn orange and brown. Well, there was a bright orange one, and he's massive. He's got to be 5 feet long from head to tail,
Yeah.
and probably as big around as a 2 liter bottle. He's that
Yeah.
big. Then another one came running out. He must have lost his tail during the tornadoes.
Yeah.
I've never seen an iguana without a tail. It was
He just had a
hilarious.
little stud.
He had like a 2 inch nub that went to a point as he took off running away from me. I was like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's hysterical.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
I've
was.
seen them grow back on chameleons, but nothing that big.
Yeah, I didn't know that they could do that, but I guess most lizards are that way because
Yeah.
yeah, we have what's called curly tails. Those were the original big lizards around here. And they didn't get, I think the biggest you would see is 5 or 6 inches long, but they were
Yeah.
fat and their tails curled up and they were brave. They were
Yeah.
brave. If you got too close, they might jump at you, you know? But yeah, those iguanas were nuts out there today.
Yes. Oh yeah. I know. I
So
have two hot spots in Boston. Um, yeah. Awesome, dude. I'm down pretty much any Monday.
nice.
Yeah. I now have I can do Mondays because my son's mom isn't working on Mondays. Her schedule changed, so I don't have to. That's a day he's over her house, so she can pick him up instead, and I can
Cool.
go off. Yeah.
That works. Yeah, this week's crazy for me. I'll have a little bit of time Sunday, and I think that's probably going to be it. Well, I might be able to do one Tuesday or Wednesday evening
Right.
down in West Palm, but we'll see.
Yeah. So what you call it? I was thinking something earlier. The hell, I am really losing my mind today. I just went to go get something because I had something to share, but now it's gone.
That's a cool little railroad spike guy you got behind you there.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, I have a half-assed desk that I put together, but
Yeah,
Amazon forgot to send me the rest of the parts, so it's going to go on my desk when it's complete. I mean, it's on it now, but
yeah.
this thing is
Nice.
half-assed. If you saw the rest of it, it's all in pieces.
I gotcha.
Yeah, fantastic. I was really psyched because an hour and a half into it, I realized I was missing the pieces. And now I don't want to return it because now I got to take it apart. And I'm not taking
Yeah,
it apart. You know what I mean? I'm way too far gone. Literally, I'm way too far gone to take this thing apart at this point.
yeah.
And so I called him, and luckily there was a guy on the phone, sounded like he was somewhere close by. Understood exactly what I needed to say, was clear about it. He did exactly what he needed to do, and I got off the phone, and I was like, did I only just spend 5 minutes on the phone with Amazon?
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That,
it wasn't their outsourced. So I must have got somebody here that's working in their house or something because it sounded like some person in their house.
oh, nice. Yeah, I bet they do that a lot now. And I
Yeah,
mean, there's no reason not to. So many people are telecommuting now. Like my daughter, she just finished up her online college and for medical billing and coding.
yeah,
So she's got a ton of job interviews lined up, but they have a brand new baby. maybe 6 months old, and a toddler. So that's what I was telling her. I'm like, man, if you could telecommute,
Right.
that'd be awesome.
I don't know what I was going to show you. Good, it came back, dude. See,
I bet you play that's all the girls.
let it simmer. So we were talking earlier. We were trying to figure out the numbers with lives, right? So I was talking with somebody who I was talking with somebody this week, and they said to look at some of my numbers. And I really go live on either like Sunday mid morning or Monday mid morning. You know what I mean? It's usually pretty early. As far as my audience goes, that's when they're on. So I don't know if, because your audience is different than my audience, even though it seems like it's the same because of the community, it's not.
I was just going to say, how many of your audience, people that are subscribed to you, are on those lives? Maybe a handful.
Right. No, it's true, but I think what they're saying in the back end of the data says that they're online. They're not necessarily watching me, but that's when my particular niche of
core
people
group
is online.
I got you. But here's the weird thing. This will kind of dispel that. You and Brockman are right next to each other doing the same thing, both on lives.
Right. But what I would love to see on his stats is, when are his core people on? Are his core people also on at that same time that we were on? Because I was tapping into that number. And I don't know. We would have to find out, like, look at his numbers to.
Well, I would have to think that the core of people has got to be similar, because they're all watching Magnafishing.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't, I was kind of thinking, man, maybe it's an alphabetical thing, seeing as how your channel starts with a C. But that kind of dispels that too, because Brockman starts with a B and he was right next to you.
Yep.
So now I've been watching this guy. I think he bumped into me on one of Buddy's things, and it's called Backyard Trucker, and he just goes live while he's driving.
Right.
Dude, he did one live, absolutely amazing. I'm not kidding, dude. It was 150 and up the whole time. Yeah. And dude, he went for like 5 hours like this, maybe 6. The next day at the same time, he did the same thing. And I don't think he broke 5,000 total. But the day before, I mean, he did like 65 or 70,000. So there's some weirdness to it.
There is definitely some weirdness to it too. But again, like, let's just, like, look at certain days here. I don't know if we can do this or not. Let's figure it out. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can do it I'm going to try to do it on the computer.
Okay.
I shut the tab down. Oops. So it's going to look like I'm looking at the camera, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Studio. I'm just going to see if I can share the screen of this audience. There we go. Come on. I actually have problems with my internet. I know I work for the cable company, but but we know what the problem is, and they don't want to fix it. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. We have to do something. So the way everything is built, it's like, there are nodes. There's like a chain of signal devices along the way everywhere.
Right.
And a node basically usually feeds a couple hundred devices. My particular node has about 600 devices in it. And when 4 or 5 o'clock PM come around, and what's called the upstream traffic spikes, we can't do crap.
I got
and that's where I'm at. I can't do crap.
That's funny. When I had T-Mobile, that's how my cell internet would be around those times here, because I live so close to US 1.
Right.
that there were so many people driving by on their phones that literally that time of day, the internet almost would not work. It was kind of wild.
Right. So here's those things. Have you ever looked at this one?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because this is usually, these are like those Sundays and Mondays. These are those days right here, like you can't see my cursor. I'm like pointing at it with my cursor, like you can actually see it.
No, I
Uh,
see what you're saying, though.
but I'd be interested to see, like, so here's mine. What does Brockton's look like from Monday or Sunday when we happen to be going live next to each other? You know what I
Right.
mean? That's what I'm saying. I mean, it could be exactly the same, and if it is, then I'm 100% on board with not knowing what the hell is going on at all.
Okay. Now, hear me out on this. So they're
Yeah,
telling you that's when your core audience is watching, correct?
correct. That's what the numbers say.
Okay. My way of thinking is the reason they know that is because on those days, your lives kick ass. How else are they going to know who's watching and what's going on? So to me, it's not predictive data. They're taking actual data and just slapping it up there and saying, hey, look, this is when that did good. Like I should go through and find one video or one short that
I'm
really
thinking of
kicked
what you're
butt.
saying. Yeah,
You see what? So I think that's more post data than it is predictive.
I get what yeah. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, because now at this point, I've created basically, for lack of a better words, like, some sort of a habit. And the
Yeah.
system sees, okay, every Monday he's got all these people on here, and it's usually around this time.
Yep. I know when I look at
That must
mine,
be when he's there.
yeah, I don't have any days that stick out, but it does
Yeah.
tell me that noon and 6 o'clock
Yeah.
and the morning is somewhat okay. And when do I put out shorts? Pretty much 8, noon, and 5, right around there. Give or take an hour or so. Depends on what I got
Right.
going on. I don't load them up and then just let them go. I figure out what I want for that day, what I'm feeling, and just put it up. But that's
So
what
I
my
go with
data
that.
says is that's when everybody's watching my stuff, but that's also when I'm putting up my shorts.
Yeah.
So I can't really rely on that as
Yeah. It's not really predictive, like you said.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I've put up a short before at 8 o'clock at night at a time when my channel was not doing well. I put up a short and it would just stall and sit there. Then I put one up at 8 o'clock at night one time. And dude, in the first 40 minutes, it had 1,500 views. When it got
Wow.
to an hour, it shut off. I don't think it picked up 10 more views the whole rest of the night.
So
And
weird.
so the next night, I put one up at 8 o'clock and it stalled. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's got a lot to do with who's on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, some of it can be predictive. Like some people, they know they have Monday off and they know you might do a live. So they're looking for it. But how it
Maybe.
snowballs and turns into something like that is kind of wild. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Because I mean, it still happened again this weekend too. I did actually 2 lives,
Uh,
and almost as like a test, but it's also because I went to 2 different locations. But I wasn't going to go live the second time. I was just curious. I'm like, let's see if I can touch what the other one was doing. And it was probably a third of everything
yeah,
total.
yeah. See, that's wild. And see,
Right.
Sunday I did
Yeah.
my first live and it didn't do well at all. But then I
Gotcha.
did my second live and it did way. I mean, the first live I was on for just over an hour, and I think I did like 800 and some views, something like that. The next one did almost 5,000.
Jesus. Why has it
Yeah,
changed so much? Oh
I
yeah.
don't.
So here's the number: 17,000 for the first,
Uh,
4.7 for the second.
So yeah, yours was in reverse, and that was weird because it was only 15 minutes apart. I didn't expect to find that bridge right down the road. I was just
Right.
kind of out searching and was like, "Oh wow, look at this perfect bridge. Let me start throwing the magnet and just set everything right back up." And right from the get go, the amount of people that were watching was way better than the first one. When I'm walking on a railroad track bridge, and it looks like, oh, it's just a railroad track. Dude, those rocks are beveled like this. So as you're walking, you're like sliding to the edge. There's no railing. I'm like,
No,
yeah,
nothing.
that juice was not worth the squeeze right there. That's why I was like, yeah, I've had enough of this place.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
definitely.
man.
That would have been sketchy, anyways. I mean, but did you notice when you were live? I was trying to point out their spelling. They actually put no trespassing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, on that sign, yeah.
yeah, it wasn't trespassing. It was trespassing. So even if they said something to you, I would have been like, "I'm not trespassing," or "trespassing," or whatever it is that you're talking about.
I just look at him and say, "No habla español,
Right?
señor." I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't exactly.
You can get away with that crap down here a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I bet you could.
yeah, I was just like, eh. So I was like, what's the biggest ticket going to be? I mean, really?
Railroad spike or a railroad plate.
Yeah, and it's like, hey guys, are you really going to write me a ticket for cleaning up out here? Thanks,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. I'm really,
Meanwhile,
really sorry.
there's beer cans littered everywhere from people out there fishing and just
Right.
throwing the trash in the weeds. Like,
Yeah, of course
so
they
gross.
do. You know,
So
that's
gross.
it happens sometimes with magnet fishing too. I don't see it a lot here in the Cape, but I
Oh
do
yeah.
see places I go magnet fishing. I see tons of people's fishing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Um, even this week in that video, I have another video too where there's lots of string. I pull up fishing line all the time because it
Oh
just
yeah.
gets
Yeah.
stuck on something,
Yep.
then they snap their own line just to lose it, and now
Yep.
there's line all over the place.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No doubt. But yeah, we met this guy and his 10-year-old kid, and his 10-year-old kid is loving YouTube and magnet fishing stuff. So we made a fan. I gave him a bunch of stickers and told him, watch out next Sunday morning because we'll be back out there.
right. We're
So
gonna
yeah.
go this week.
Say what?
There's Aaron. I said, "What are you gonna do this week? Where are you gonna go this week?" When you said you might have time on Sunday.
Oh, I'm going to get that magnet back. That's the
Oh,
whole thing.
that's
Yeah,
your
that's
plan.
it.
Okay,
That's the
good.
plan. I'm gonna go live, try to get the magnet. I might even try TikTok live. I think I'm eligible for that now. We'll see. If my regular live isn't doing good, then I'll switch over to TikTok, give it a try. I've never tried it before, but Aaron, what's up, brother? Do what?
What's the criteria over there? Because I thought their numbers were actually really high. I thought you had to have like 10,000 to get paid, or
Oh, I
or is
don't
it
know
just
what it is to get
live?
paid, but I think you can go live after you hit 500 subscribers
Okay,
because it's given me a live option before when I was uploading a video, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I clicked on it, and it took me to the live screen. Like, are you ready to go live? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just backed out.
you're right. No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, not really. So, but I figured, yeah, it's worth a shot. You never know. But I don't know. I know when you get to that point, dude, they pay you like immediately too. Like you wrap up a live
Yeah,
and they calculate whatever it was, and dude, they just put it in your account. Like it's
that's
wild.
crazy.
That is.
But that's a whole different demographic than over here, because there are people that choose different, whatever social media they like or whatever app they like. Some people might be
Oh yeah.
more YouTube watchers than they are TikTokers.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the channels here try to cross over, but I said I don't think it's hard to do too. It's hard to
Yeah.
juggle both of them.
And I don't put a lot of effort into what I put on TikTok. I might do one video a week, maybe two if one does good, but it's
Right.
so all over the place. I mean, I think our average is about 500 views per video, but I've put one up, went on Mark's Live, got off Mark's Live, checked it, and it was at like 4,500. And I'm like, whoa, that's insane. Every once in a while, we get one that just takes off, and I don't know why or what the deal is, but that's one thing I will say that's weird. We have 600 and some subscribers, but I'm at almost 6,000 likes.
On TikTok?
Yeah, on TikTok.
Huh.
Yeah, we got a lot of likes, but
No
anyhow,
one, no one's clicking the other button.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
had that problem at the beginning because I sat there and I watched a lot of my view time continue to go up and up and up and up and up and up, but I wasn't getting subs, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I hit
Yeah,
I think 500,000 without even having. I don't know. I think I barely had 500 subs,
yeah.
but
I've never even checked the view time on there, to be honest with you. I know
no,
it can't be that high. I don't know. I don't know. The likes are high, so I don't know.
I don't know how TikTok works enough to even like try to invest time in it. I will literally take something that I've posted here and just go drop it over there with a
I've
different
been
song.
doing same thing, pretty much the same thing. Except my last video, I just downloaded it from YouTube,
Yeah.
and it still said YouTube on it. And I went to throw it on TikTok, and they removed all of the audio, even though TikTok had the same exact song, and I put that on with it, but it deleted all of my audio. So it's just
Oh,
the song, and I'm
so
just,
there's no
you know,
talking, no narration at all.
that's it. So I'm like, whatever, I'm just letting it fly.
Wow.
Yeah, weird stuff, man. Weird stuff.
And I've
But
never had that. I've only had stuff happen here on YouTube with like something will get struck in like Russia or something. They're like, you're still monetized, but it's not playing in Russia. I'm like, I don't care. Like,
that's pretty funny.
yeah, like that's a problem. I appreciate you telling me, but
Yeah,
I'm not worried if the Russians are watching me or not.
yeah. I would be worried about that. If they're not watching me, that's a problem.
Right.
I'm gonna
If they're
call my
not watching,
congressman. Yeah, if they're not
yeah,
watching, I'm calling my congressman.
there you go.
That's it. I want answers. Heads are gonna roll, literally, in
Why aren't the
Russia.
Russians watching me?
Ah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And we've had crappy weather too. It's been like all week long, freaking sideways rain for an hour, then it stops for 2 hours, and sideways rain for an hour. Like, we need more water. We don't. We really
Right.
don't.
You need it. You can send it this way. Chris maybe
Yeah.
just snuck in. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Yeah. And there's a hurricane going through the Gulf again, but it's going towards Louisiana. But what it's doing is we're getting all the outer swirl effect. So it's been real windy, but the
Right.
wind is hot. It is
It's
it's hot. It is so muggy outside. It's not even funny.
that's
Like,
weird.
that breeze is not refreshing at all whatsoever.
Huh.
It's quite the
Right.
opposite.
We've had the opposite here, weather-wise. Usually this time of the year we should be cold. But the past few days, like I've been working outside in a t-shirt. It's not, it's like 70. It's not like super warm, but you know, it's
Yeah.
70, 70, 72. And that's abnormal for this time of the year here. It should be 50s,
Yeah.
you know, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't mind it.
Oh,
I
heck
like
no.
working outside in a t-shirt. I'd rather not have 5,000 layers on and be sweating, but
Oh, heck no.
not have enough on and be freezing, you know? I don't know.
Exactly. 70 is like amazing outside work weather. Even if the sun's blaring, that's like awesome. 70 is like perfect jet ski weather because where we ride, the water's not that deep, so it's not that cold when it's 70 out. But oh, it's kind of refreshing because man, when you go in the middle of summer, it's like the water is almost as warm as the freaking air temperature. You know, it's
Oh,
like
right. Like I said, it
yeah,
was 32 this morning. We did have probably like 2 weeks ago, we had a couple mornings that had frost.
yeah.
But by the, middle of the day, it was, 60s, 70s.
Man, 32 this morning. Woo,
Yeah, 32 is rough.
that's chilly.
It got cold here to the point where I actually turned the heat on.
Oh wow.
Like, that's how cold it got. And I usually try to fight turning that on to as long as I can,
Oh
But when
yeah.
it starts reaching like 56 in the house,
Oh yeah.
it's time to turn it on.
Yeah, it's a little too much. I mean, blankets are nice and all, but I don't want four of them on me. That's like,
Nothing either. And then your house looks like a mess because you got Blankets everywhere.
Not to mention, now you're sweating under the blankets, but you can't take any off because the second you do, you're going to be freezing. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't get it that cold very often, but when we do,
when you do, it's killer. Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys something cool that this is Talia did this art thing the other day, and this was just one of the pieces that she had in it. This is a good, if you remember the other painting of the magnet fisher.
Yeah.
Like this one, to me, I don't know. It's pretty. You got to see it differently.
I don't see it differently. That's pretty awesome.
Can't quite see the depth on it, but
I really see it now.
when it's blown up. I mean, I don't know how this kid understands like the theory of art. I went to art school when I was obviously younger, but and I just like look at her stuff and I'm like, wait a minute, she didn't even go to art school yet. She's only 12.
No, that's crazy because some people just instantly get it. And I'm that way when it comes to anything that's an engine or electrical. That's like, it's so easy to me. But art, oh my man, the art like that. I can make static art, obviously, it's sitting behind you. That stuff. But to draw it, not a chance in the world, no matter how bad I wanted to, wouldn't matter. I could never do what she just did if I spent 3 weeks trying to do it. Never.
Right.
But
I can't do that type of stuff like this. Sculpting like this, I can't do. But I used to be able to draw. I've fallen so far out of practice of drawing that if I tried to now, I couldn't even draw stick figures.
Yeah, my daughter's ex-boyfriend, he is freaking amazing. He wins sidewalk chalk competitions all the time, and they were here one weekend, and Easton had one of the giant Iron Man figures, the one where I forget which one it was from, but it was the Iron Man suit designed to fight the Hulk. I forget what it was called.
Hulkbuster.
Yeah, the Hulkbuster Iron Man. He brought it outside, set it on the ground, was goofing with it. That dude turned around, and I'm not kidding. It wasn't even 30 minutes, and that Iron Man was coming out of the concrete, 3-dimensional. Like you would step around it because you would think you'd be stepping into it.
Yeah, I've seen some of those guys on YouTube.
My mind was blown. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, let me go get some clear coat or something. I don't want that to go away, but it went away.
No, that sucks.
It was sidewalk chalk.
I've seen people that have done that have like confused people on YouTube. Like they'll like make it look like there's a set of stairs or something, and people will just like walk up to it and like confused why they're not going down.
Yeah. Yeah, his dimension was that good. This thing looked like it was coming out of the sidewalk at you. It's like, holy crap. He couldn't ride a motorcycle for crap, even though I was teaching him. But there it is again. Me with a clutch is just natural. I get it. I understand it. Him was like, thanks for ruining my clutch, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I learned. I picked up pretty easy on it. I think I maybe took like one lesson to really learn the clutch itself. Once I knew that clutch, everything was over because I could shift fast enough. You know what I mean? Shifting wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But all my friends growing up, none of them could drive them.
Yeah.
And I had this one friend whose parents had one, and that was the only vehicle we had. And that's what we had to drive. But I drove it.
Yeah, and a lot of people can drive a stick, but they're not good at it. They burn up clutches. They don't understand that they'll just let the clutch slip until it goes and not understand that there's that fine line where you let it roll just a little bit and then let it go.
Yeah.
But, it's the same thing with a motorcycle. Same exact thing. But people are more nervous on a motorcycle, a street bike. When they go to let the clutch out, they're not letting it out fast. You know what I mean?
And then it just bucks, because I remember that learning that very first time. Yeah, I learned quick. I mean, my dad was very let me know that he wasn't a big fan of ruining the transition. You know what I mean? Or the clutch. He was always just like, "Come on."
And that's what it is. It's and you can smell it because a burnt clutch smells a lot like hot brakes.
Oh yeah,
very similar, distinct.
I got a rough week, Aaron. Aaron says he has a rough week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's no bueno. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I got a busy weekend. My aunt's turning like 87. We're having her birthday party Saturday in West Palm. My daughter is turning 30 on the 14th, but she's not going to be in town. So we're doing her birthday party Sunday, which is an hour the other direction. She lives up by Mark and Nick and Aaron.
He
Oh,
says,
that sucks, Aaron. Oh, man. Everything okay?
yeah, that's what I'm asking him to find out. What's up?
Yeah. Let's say, of course, I can't see any of the comments. So,
That's no bueno. Why is she in the hospital?
yeah. Didn't she have some health issues she was just recovering from and then felt better and then started doing magna fishing? I was thinking that's what he was saying.
Another ulcer, maybe. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I remember after she took that fall. That was
yeah.
It was up. I don't remember if that was a hospital trip either, but that was scary.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm going to. We always get the jokers. Always telling you jump, jump, jump.
Yeah.
I'm intentionally going to pick a bridge that either this spring or summer that I know is clean, and is safe. And I'm just going to be like, okay, you guys want to say jump in? I'm going to jump. Because I've jumped off a bunch of these local ones from when we were kids. There's this one I fish at all the time called High Bank Bridge.
Yeah.
I've jumped off that thing 1,000 times.
Yeah, I could do that if it was salt water, but I'm not doing that in fresh water pretty much anywhere around here.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
No.
Salt
this
water.
is salt. This is salt anyways, but
yeah. I mean, I guess I'd rather take my chances with a shark that I can't see versus a gator that's so
is coming for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have a better chance fighting a gator, but probably not in the water.
No.
Probably not in the water at all. I don't know. I hope I never find out.
No, I don't plan on finding out because I'll never be in that Florida water.
Yeah.
And I don't go in the beach up here, so I'm safe from both of those predators. Both of those predators. Those are literally, there's only a few animals on Earth that will literally kill us without a second thought, and those are two of them.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be anywhere near those.
When we ride jet skis, we do it in the intercoastal, which sharks do come in there closer to the inlets, bull sharks, stuff like that, but they don't usually like to hang around where people are at.
Right.
Well, you never know. I mean, we see dolphins all the time when we take out the jet skis, but can't say I've seen a shark yet. But there's the guy that river monsters right in Fort Pierce, right in the intercoastal, right off the Fort Pierce Inlet. He pulled up a big bull shark. Like,
that's crazy.
It was at night. It was at night, and I think that might be when they come in to feed is at night. But
Steven's right. We got tourists. We'll feed the sharks to tourists.
Yeah, true. True. We have snowbirds.
No, they just come here on the other side.
I know.
When it's too cold, they go there, and when it's warm, they come here.
I tell you what, though, we've got a rash of them moving here. Like, our population has had to freaking doubled in the past 5 years.
And what has changed that? Have they changed some economic policy or anything?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Florida.
No, this is a boring area. It really is. I mean, there's some, mall spots and stuff like that. Outside of that, this is not an exciting place. There isn't a ton of nightlife. It's not like, West Palm or Fort Lauderdale or Orlando or anything like that. But man, the amount of people that's moved here, actually, I would say in the last 7 or 8 years is insane. Like there used to be empty lots all over the place here.
Right.
Not anymore.
No. It's kind of starting to happen here, on Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Because right around when COVID hit, the market was pretty decent until COVID hit. Then when COVID hit, people wanted to get out of areas that they were in, especially here on the East Coast, and they started buying houses here on Cape Cod. Literally, there's two ways in or out of where we live. There's two bridges. That's it.
Right.
Like if those bridges are gone, we don't get to the mainland. I mean, and the canal's not like long. It's probably a few hundred feet wide, but
Right.
that separates us completely, you know? But they would come over the bridge thinking that they were safe from COVID here. And a lot of those people ended up, because they were remote job people, they just stayed here. They would sell their other house and decided they were going to stay here. And now we have a year-round population that we never had before.
Yeah.
Stephen will know exactly what I'm talking about, because Stephen's from right down the road.
Yeah. And, you know, it's odd. A lot of people moved up this way from like West Palm Beach and those areas because it was cheaper here than living in those areas and, you know, more quiet. It's not that quiet anymore. Now, we do live on the quiet side, I will say. We live on the southeast side.
Right.
It seems like all the major crime, murders, crazy domestic stuff, every time you look at it, like I follow the police page, it's on the southwest streets. And it's not that area is not nice. It's you know, most of those houses, none of them are older than like 2005.
Right.
But it just seems like it's the people that they attract over there, man. All that major stuff is over there. We get car accidents over here.
Yeah, I was just telling my son to pull his cake out after we were done with this live. Yesterday it was his birthday, and you know his other brother wasn't here because he comes over on Thursdays. So we're gonna do his cake tonight once this is over.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, 21. I ended up bringing him to there's a cigar bar down the street, and you can actually have you can have beers or you can have regular drinks or whatever. So I figured it would just be a cool spot to sit down because it's like a lounge. They've got, you know, leather seats, and we just watched like the fourth quarter of the Celtics game and had some flavored cigars with a beer. Wasn't a bad night.
Heck yeah.
And Kelly saying she's sending some tourists.
Yeah. There you go.
We don't need enough tourists, though, Kelly. We have plenty of them. I know you have plenty of them too, but
yeah,
we don't really want them. I don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of that. So I had some woman argue with me a couple of years ago. Like, and I work for the same company still. You know, the Cape needs people like us and blah, 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 blah. And you wouldn't have a job if it weren't for people like me. I'm like, lady, do you look outside and see the van that I'm in? I would have a job without you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you for my job. You're not an entitled person here just because you can afford a house on Cape, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was wild because I moved over here from the West Coast in 2010. And after that, the economy crashed there were so many houses that were empty that people lost that weren't even 2 years old. Everywhere. Like, dude, I was renting a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage that was built in 2005 for like $1,100 a month.
Wow.
When we first moved over this way. And they could give stuff away over here. And now it's like you can't buy anything. You can't rent anything over here. Oh, it isn't. The rent prices are insane.
It's the same here too. Again, similar touristy area. I mean, I bought my house. I got really lucky. I bought during COVID, and when all those people were coming here, there were people offering cash for everything. Like, these weren't people that were trying to get mortgages. They were literally like, "Oh, I like that house. It's how much? $1.5 million. I'll take it."
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Like, you didn't even give me an opportunity, not me, but, you know, other people were like, you didn't even give us an opportunity to try, you know? But this house here, it's on not a super, super busy road, but it's on a busy enough road that it's not a family home. You know,
I got you.
for
Yeah.
young kids. I mean, 12, obviously Talia knows better than to run out into the street. So,
Yeah.
I bought the house, but it's, I got really cheap interest rate, and now I mean, I don't know what they are now, but I wouldn't buy a house with the interest rates they are.
Oh yeah, no way.
Yeah. I ended up with like 2.5. That's how
Yeah.
low mine was.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
The only unfortunate is I can never do anything with it because if as soon as I change it, unless I can get a lower rate, which is not going to be very possible.
No, maybe in a year or so. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
We shall. Anyways, it's about 8:45. Dude comes on in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to wrap it. Get out of here early.
Sweet.
Um,
Yeah, you got a cake
I,
to do. I haven't even
yeah.
eaten dinner yet. I
Oh, there you
literally
go.
took
You
a
got to eat
shower.
dinner and I need cake.
Yeah, I sat down, didn't even have a shirt on, was like, oh, I got to check Nate's live. And then I saw you sent me that link, and I'm like, oh, I better go put a shirt on. Nobody wants to see my man boobies. But yeah, so.
Right, man. Hope Amanda's taking
Two
off.
brother
Steven's taking
treasure.
off.
He
I
might
didn't
not be
notice
around, but
that. For Mark to send me one. Dude told me months ago he's going to send me one. Nothing.
you know how he is.
No, I know.
He's so busy now. He used to call me every morning just because he was bored on his way to whatever jobs he was doing locally. Now he doesn't even call.
Right.
I feel used.
That's bogus. All right, but anyways, on that note,
Yeah, on that note.
but anyways, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys, Shane's coming up in like 15 minutes. I don't have the link handy. I'm not going to. I'll put it in the description on the way out here, or I'll try to.
All right, guys. And yeah, Sunday morning, I'm definitely going to try and get that magnet and grappling hook back. So that could be an epic,
Around.
epic failure. Could be great. I don't know, but I think we're going to set up there no later than like 9 a.m. because I got a birthday party to head to that's like an hour away. So I'll have like a 2-hour window to get it done. That's it.
Yeah, he'll be able to get it, dude.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm bringing big pry bars and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I really want what's down there, but I kind of don't.
Just want your print back. That's all.
Yeah. So, all right, man.
All right.
Well,
I
have a
just
good
found
one,
the link here.
and I will
You too,
wrap
man.
with you guys later.
Same. I'm just about to post this thing. Got it here. I'm going to go have cake. We'll talk to you.
All right. See you all later, everybody. Have a good one.
Adios. I'm just going to post this in here, guys. I don't know what happened. Appreciate you popping in, Kelly. Yeah, we don't want your tourist. I'm sorry. It says live chat. Chat. Why won't it let me in? Oh, there we go. Boom, here it is. Link to go over to Shane's. Guys, I'm out. Appreciate it. Adios.